was recently promoted to Deus Ex Machina, Commodore of Digital Sales. And my boss, he calls me into his office. He says, Joe, what do you know about apps? I said, I know a lot about apps. I even have a top 5. Mozzarella sticks are on there. That's my favorite food, cooked my favorite way. But that's not my number 1. My number 1 is buffalo wings, spicy and fried. It's what I imagine Walton Goggins tastes like. He said, no, Joe, I'm talking about apps on your phone. I said, yeah, I order buffalo wings on my phone all the time. I use an app. That's what you're talking about. He said, yes, that's what I'm talking about. And as Deus Ex Machina, Commodore of Digital Sales, it falls upon you to design an app for our company. And then he rambled on for 37 minutes, explaining to me all the things that he wants this app to be able to do, all the bells and whistles and whatnot. It has to have a list of all of our products, as well as detailed descriptions of those products that include features and benefits, has to have a points award system, and it has to be able to upsell people at the end when they go to their cart. But more importantly, it had to be able to have an AI chat that would provide a positive customer experience. I said, what in the age of Ultron are you talking about? Are you trying to get me to build a suit of armor around my own job? Also, this sounds suspiciously a lot like our website. He said, oh, speaking of, when people go to our website, I want it to prompt people to go download the app. And if they've already downloaded the app, I want it to immediately open the app. Absolute chaos. How dare he delegate to me a job that he didn't know how to do himself, let alone a job that I did not myself know how to do. But then I remembered there's this Gen Z kid who works in my sales department, and he's always diddling around on his phone. So I decided right then and there that delegating is the way to go. So I pulled this kid aside. I said, listen here, Dick Fingers, I need you to design an app for the company. And then I explained to him all the bells and whistles and whatnot that are required in the production thereof. He said, that sounds exactly like the website. I said, shut your mouth before I kiss it. Also, when you go to the website, I want it to prompt people to go download the app. I didn't believe this kid could actually do what I asked him to do, but he did it. And yesterday, that app launched in the App Store. And then today, my boss, he called me back into his office. He said, Joe, I just went to our website, and I just gotta say, congratulations, way to do your job. But I have one question about the app. I said, then you're talking to the right guy, because I definitely did this all by myself. What's the question? He said, what the fuck? When I go to the website, it prompts me to download the app. I downloaded the app. You know what the app does? It opens the website. I said, boss, I had nothing to do with this. Also, it kind of sounds like the app just takes you to a place that does everything you wanted the app to do. He said, no, because the website just immediately opens the app, and the app just sends you back to the website. I said, this is exactly why you shouldn't delegate.